Well, good morning, lovely ladies and gentlemen. Steve Collins coming to you from beautiful. I'll show you out here so you can take a quick peek. Ain't that pretty? Ain't that beautiful? That's pretty stuff, isn't it? Destin, Florida, the second most powerful, passionate, purposeful coach and speaker in the world. Hope you guys are fired up and ready for a fantastic day today. Okay, let's have a quick conversation. Are you happy? Are you happy? Are you working on your happiness? If you're not happy, this is a question I'm wondering about. Are you working on your happiness if you are not happy? And the reason I ask that is this. I'm absolutely thrilled because we get a lot of questions about our coaching program from time to time because it deals with something that is very, what appears to be anti-type A, hardcore, go get it, hit your numbers type coaching that you see in a lot of other coaching programs. And if you were to watch any of Zig Ziglar's stuff during his generation, what you'd find is that Zig was very focused on a couple of things. He was focused on what was called the wheel of life. So the wheel of life simply means that there is more to life than just money or stuff or success. That you have a spiritual life, a physical life, an emotional life, an intellectual life, yes, a financial life. Yes, you definitely have a career, but you have maybe a marriage, maybe you're a parent. There's more to life than just simply the stuff that you do on a daily basis by way of work and achievement. So the challenge is, Tony Robbins talks about having the science of achievement, but yet the most neglected part of life is the art of fulfillment. See, there's a science to achievement. If you will do certain things, you will achieve certain goals. It's just going to happen. But there's an art to fulfillment. And the art to fulfillment is what really makes you happy. Or in this case, I pulled you in with the idea of are you happy, but what I'm really looking at today is, do you have fulfillment? Are you fulfilled in your life? Do you look at yourself in the mirror and feel like, man, today is freaking phenomenal and tomorrow's going to be even better? And I know it's going to be because I'm being intentional about where I'm headed with this. So the question I want to ask you this morning about your happiness is simply this. Are you aware that Harvard just completed a 75-year study? They've been studying over 700 guys for 75 years. The majority of them have passed away. They studied them. They studied their children. They studied and talked with their wives in determining what it was that determined a happy life. A huge number of these people were actually Harvard graduates. And then they studied a huge number of guys who were poor kids, poor boys in Boston, starting in 1938. And here's what they discovered. Today, if you were to ask people, what is it going to take to make you happy? They're going to say, money, fame, success. Well, here's what the Harvard study discovered, which is, by the way, in your Bible. It's been around for a real long time. It said this: none of those were indicators of true happiness and a fulfilled life. None of that stuff was an indicator of happiness and a true fulfilled life. The primary indicators for a happy and fulfilled life were good relationships. Period. Let me say that again. The primary indicator over a 75-year Harvard research study into having a happy life was this: good relationships. Now you wonder, well, Steve, you're that voice of one coaching. Why don't you talk more about numbers? Why don't you make it more about numbers? Why don't you push people to hit more numbers? I'm really glad you asked me, Sugar Pie Honey Plum, is because numbers and more money and hitting financial goals is this much of your life. This much. There's this much of life. The numbers, the financial goals are this much of your life. Sure, it'll make you feel good. Sure, it'll be all right. Sure, you might have a little extra money. But have you ever known somebody that had a lot of money who was miserable? Have you ever known somebody that had a lot of cash that maybe had a bad marriage or challenging relationships that deteriorated their health and their well-being? Oh, by the way, number 2, in this Harvard study, not only were people happier, they measured them medically. The people with good relationships were healthier. They experience physical health and longevity of life. Their memories were better. This is crazy. Now get this. Not a committed relationship, because you can be married and be living well beneath the line of privilege that is available to you as someone who's actually working on and investing in that relationship, which, by the way, relationships are messy. Relationships are hard work. Relationships require you having your heart broken over and over and over again in the development of this relationship versus just checking out and saying, well, that's it. It's too freaking hard. You want to be happy? The numbers are this much. Relationships are this much. Relationships, good relationships. Why do I coach to spiritual, physical, mental, emotional, marriage, parenting, and business? Because, you see, friend, I read the BIBLE. And when I developed this coaching program, it was because I saw with clarity that there was more to life than success in business, success in numbers, success in hitting whatever it was that you feel is going to bring you the most happiness. Things will never bring you the happiness. Things are additions that you get to enjoy when you have healthy and good ongoing relationships. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to end with this. If you'll go back to my earlier Facebook post, what you're going to find is there's a 12-minute TED Talk with the 4th generation researcher that did the 75 years of research to determine what it is that makes people happy, and it simply boils down to this. Good relationships, period, make you happier, make you healthier, you live longer, you have a better memory, you enjoy life more with good relationships. He says, why are more people not doing this? Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's because it's hard work. It's hard work. What a surprise there. So, you want to chase that dollar? You chase that dollar. You want to chase that fame? You chase that fame. You want to slave drive people to hit certain numbers? You go ahead and do that. Me and my tribe, we're just going to work, do our very best, and we're going to be happy because we're going to work on our spiritual life. We're going to work on our marriage. We're going to work on our parenting. We're going to work on our physical bodies. We're going to work with our numbers, realizing it's this much of life, not this much of life. And it's a part of it, and it's important, certainly. And yet, like Zig Ziglar says, money isn't everything, but it ranks right up there with oxygen in the gotta have it category. And you can have anything in life you want if you'll help enough other people get what they want. We will help you move forward in service to other people while you're developing and putting focus on and levers and work in the areas that ultimately now Harvard research scientists have proven what was written in your BIBLE thousands of years ago. Ready to put some work into your life? I'm proud of you. Life's about to get better. Have a great day, guys.